Step number 10, issues. Now, we all have issues, don't we? Do you have issues? What issues would you say that you have? Insecurity, emotion issues, trust issues, confidence issues. What issues do you have? And it's also important that we need to understand that we actually bring these issues into our relationships without we realizing it or not. We all bring it. Even myself. I used to be terrible when I was younger. I was one of those ones that wanted to blame everybody, and it wasn't me, and you made me do this and you made me do that. But obviously now I'm a coach, and I'm always working on myself, and I strive to be a better person as much as I can. Now, we all have stuff, issues and baggage to work on, and we need to let go. Some of us are carrying trail loads of stuff with us without even realizing that. And sometimes when somebody triggers something off with us, we want to just blow up and, tear off their head, so to speak. So we need to identify, what issues do we have? Now, what are your main issues? What would you say your main issue is? Okay. If you was to date yourself, what would your number one issue be? What would you dislike about that? What would stand out like a sore thumb? Has there been a pattern in your failed past relationships? Or even the last one? Was there a pattern in that? If that person was to say anything negative about you, what would that be? What complaints did your exes have about you? I've always said this, can you imagine if there was a website, which obviously there isn't, but there was a website for references that you could obtain about your exes? Can you imagine what that website would be very, very busy, and it'd be the amount of hits will be happening on there. But can you imagine if I wanted to date you, for argument's sake, meaning the women, and I could go on there, and then your ex has left a reference on there. It wouldn't work, because there'll be some exes that wouldn't be honest and wouldn't want you to move on, and obviously it will be their issues and their baggage, and then they would be the ones that need to let go. But I've always wished that would be the case, because that would save a lot of drama in relationships, wouldn't it? Now, what I want you to do is look at your main issue. Choose the top one, and please do me a favor and do yourself a bigger favor. Make a decision to work on this, whether it's coaching, therapy, or counseling. Please just try and work on that. If it's a trust issue, get a book on how to be able to trust. If it's a confidence issue, get a book on how you can be more confident within yourself. Nobody needs to know, but by working on this bit by bit each day, you become a better person within yourself. And because one thing you need to remember is, you don't know when you're going to meet that partner, the right partner for you. I don't know either. It will happen when it's meant to happen, but you need to be prepared beforehand, because as you know, all this stuff will come out in the end. As much as you want to sleep it under the carpet, something could trigger it off, and you go back into your childhood, and then bang, it comes to the forefront of your relationship. Now, if your partner has similar issues as well, both of you are going to explode together, and that's what usually happens. So choose the top one and make a decision to work on this.